Hello and welcome to today's show. I am joined by some very, very talented players and by, of course, you, our wonderful audience. This is a pre-recorded show in case you didn't get the heads up from 2 weeks ago. So we won't be interacting with chat. You may also have noticed there was no pre-show show, and there is also no afterlife for today. From next week, however, everything returns to normal. Same time, same place, same channel, so look out for that. Let's run through our wonderful players very quickly, starting from... well, let's go... the closest to me by follicle count anyway. Kaora, how are you doing?
Wow!
Beards. We both have beards. We have
Right, beards.
Oh.
I thought you meant we're both going bald or something. Like,
I thought you were
I am
both
not
just
going-
unshaven.
well, I'm doing great, thank you, guy. Yeah. So it's all good. Thorn has a tree growing out of the thing that we're currently on, but that tree, is his staff. So
Many things not thought about, perhaps.
currently worried about my most precious item, but we'll see how that goes.
We shall see. Yes, I'm looking forward to that, actually. Janet, how are you doing?
Yeah, great. May is really, really enjoying driving this thing. Like, probably too much.
Like a boss, though. Just... yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how it happened, but putting the person with very high acrobatic behind the wheel, turns out that was a very good plan. So, nice job, Entropy, which is the thing that seems to be making the decisions in this group. Yeah, if May ever gets back to the overworld, she wants one of these things. So she's got... like, she's never really had a desire before, but now she's like, yeah, this is what I need in my life. This is what I've been missing.
Super cool. Jenny, you've made...
Yes.
You haven't made deals with devils. You've made deals with
No.
others.
I meant to deal with the entire abyss, apparently.
The voice in your head.
Yes. No, I mean, I'm not sure if Ixtec actually plans on upholding that deal, if they care at all. Like, they just said yes because they are very sort of, what do I need right now to stay alive kind of person. And what they figure they need right now is to stop falling down and dying all the time. Which they've, somehow managed to get a deal to get, which is good. And then we'll see if they end up, upholding their end of the bargain or not. They might not. I don't know. I don't care. But we'll see.
We shall. Myri, how are you doing tonight?
I'm already very entertained by Thorn talking about his most precious item, his staff that has grown into a giant tree. This is even better than the Rod of Lordly Might that Micah keeps waving around.
Look, I'm not going to call it my wood, okay? We're not going to go that far. But,
I
It
think
grows alarmingly. I mean, that's all I can
just
say.
shoots out, Just
I think
Something
you're
there,
breaking guy. I'm sorry. No, I hopefully finally get to use the ballista. This is my big wish for today.
I think it's going to be spectacular.
It's going to be a spectacular miss, probably.
Oh, I hope not.
can you imagine if it...
As long as you shoot it, I don't care at this point.
Jormund? Michael?
Hi, I'm Michael. I play Gjermund. I've got one more. It's not the size of your magical item, Kaora. It's how you use it. Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
So I
Sorry, Dungeons and Dragons. We love you.
Sponsored by Dungeons and Dragons.
Please,
Really was for season 3. We'll behave. We promise.
actually
so
no.
glad
More
I haven't
specific,
introduced the sponsors
more,
yet.
more
I can
specifically
plausible
on the
deniability.
Rod of Lordly Might. I mean, like every time I go to try and use it, I keep thinking to myself, no, Don't be that guy. You can figure a way out of this. That was, of course, before a tree lodged itself in the side of our wagon. Our brakes decided to jettison from our vehicle, and I'm about to be swallowed by a giant spider. So, I mean, even now I'm sitting there going, maybe I should use my magic item. No, you're better than that. Don't resort to it. Do something else.
Yeah, just don't worry about it, Michael. Just get it out, you know?
Yeah, but I feel like as soon as I do, Guy's gonna make me drop it.
Just, whip that magical item
No,
out.
let's move on. Let's move on very quickly. Let's just get going.
I just think maybe the brakes had the right idea.
Yeah.
I just have to go for the Australian.
Launching themselves
there
through
as
the
well.
walls.
Why is that a thing? It came for me like this entire time.
You're a giant blue lizard on top of a very large structure.
Oh yeah,
You
likely.
screamed at it.
You did
scream
with
at it.
sparks. It was spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. All right, so let's get through the sponsors who very distantly sponsor this show with no affiliation, endorsement, or otherwise agreement, as the comments made in this show. Our wonderful sponsors, worldanvil.com, bringing together all of our characters and world information as a world aggregator. Dungeon Fog, creating all of these wonderful maps that you're going to see in tonight's show. And, of course, our wonderful Fantasy Grounds, who will be creating and delivering the monsters, the rolls, the terror, the damage, the healing, and all the wonderful goodness that goes into making this game so delightful. And finally, to Leatherlayer for sponsoring my leather jacket, because that's how they roll. And so we descend into the chaos that is. I'm going to do a brief recap because we had a week's leave last week. So let's pick it up. Our heroes were on board this large metallic behemoth, this infernal war machine, May, steering expertly through the canyons of the salt crystals on the large bleak-bore salt plain, desperately trying to avoid the giant flesh spider, which is a demonic construct thing of unknown origins from the abyss that was chasing after them with speed. Gjermund on the roof of the vehicle threatened and intimidated the creature into attacking him. It did so, and currently has him in one of its pincers, whilst a gigantic 60-foot tree with a 20-foot crown has burst into its existence, wrapping itself up into the legs of this poor large flesh beast. Suddenly tree, and so now all chaos is broken loose as the spider thing and Gjermund are entangled. The vehicle itself was ordered to pull hard 90 degrees and stop. It desperately tried to do that. Unfortunately, because the brakes were applied at maximum velocity for this vehicle, some of them have blown their gaskets. They've literally been ejected from the vehicle by the sheer frictional pressure which was applied to them with reckless abandon, one might describe it. Nazier is on the side of the vehicle, ballista loaded with an arcane harpoon, or hopefully that's what it is, ready to fire at this entangled monstrosity that's just outside of the craft. Everybody else down below, poor old Ixtec trying to figure out what's going on. So that's where we are. At the moment, a deal has been made with the devil Damnifer to return the head of Mad Maggie, whom was in charge of a certain compound which has been destroyed. The crew has that head. Where they're heading to, who knows? Another part of the crew have made a deal to kill the person that a deal was made with. And so deals are everywhere.
Oh, this is not going to bite us in the butt.
Well,
That's
I think
it.
you'll be fine either way.
May.
Like, I might not be.
You need to give me a strength check, please. These brakes have just exploded out of the back of the vehicle, ripping it open. I need to do some damage to the vehicle, as a matter of fact. There were 3 brakes.
I would like to add an inspiration to that, please.
Okay, you may re-roll.
Yes, I will do that thing.
You do that thing.
That is worse.
That is indeed worse. As the
That is
brakes are
worse.
applied, 2 of them burst out of the back of the craft, meaning that the front wheels have locked, but the back wheels are still pushing out at maximum force, actually beyond maximum force. The entire vehicle skids out sideways. You have disadvantage on an acrobatics check, as the entire body swings sideways. You watch as these giant shards of salt spin around like death daggers on a roulette table of the damned. You have to try and bring this vehicle under control before you are impaled.
Dexterity saving throw with disadvantage. Coming right up.
It was an acrobatics.
Acrobatics, yes.
Acrobatics.
Not
Sorry.
that it's important, but are there people in the desert while this is going on? Like just random people like we were walking around?
One does not simply walk around the salt plain
okay.
of Leekbore. But yes, they were actually. Wanted souls, lost souls, actually. With your deft 18, you are tugging and pulling on this poor craft, which is doing things it was never designed to do. It gets to make a Constitution saving throw as you pull on that wheel. It passes its Constitution saving throw, and with a juddering, bouncing, rocking halt, you stop just shy of a crystal shard, a salt shard, and then lurch forward as the back wheels start pumping out massive amounts of energy. The four wheels are locked, so there is this incredible grinding noise as the front wheels are now starting to plow into the salt crystals themselves. The ram horn on the front of this map of this thing is now starting to act as a shovel, if you will, as it starts to bury itself down.
This is why I nap. And you know what to think of nap.
This is why you nap. The Titanic spider, which has been impaled, bashed, bruised, and broken, leaps, or attempts to leap, into the air to avoid basically running into the tree and the craft that has pulled up in front of it. It tries to leap into the air. Apparently it can, because it's quite dexterous.
Whoa.
So it leaps up into the air and lands, let me go to the map. It lands on the other side of the craft with Gjermund in tow. The craft, as May was controlling it, however, spins around wildly, rotates twice, and the beast ends up over here, off the map. Over here, ready to maul everybody, dragging Gjermund with it. Its saving throw, its check was high enough that nothing needs to make a saving throw. As it lands, it's disoriented for a moment, and everything is happening so quickly it's not entirely sure. There's this tree that's wrapped up in several of its legs. It's busy rocking around. It's not entirely sure what's going on. Let's see. No, it is completely oblivious. It's got you in its claws, in its one big claw, Gjermund, but it does not act upon that whatsoever. Nazia, you are watching as the world just spins and there's ice, salt shards shattering around you, great big plumes of black smoke. There was that tremendous thunderclap as the brakes burst out of the sides of the vehicle. And now everything has come to a stop, and you can see that the whole thing is burying itself into the salt shards in front of you. And then there's this gigantic spider creature thing with a 60-foot tree wrapped up in its limbs, busy flailing around like a mace unhinged.
Messiah doesn't like this at all, so she kind of grabs onto the last thing that she was told, and that was to shoot the ballista at the creature. So she shouts out, "Gjermund, make yourself small! Smaller!"
There is, as you were about to fire, there is a cable, a metal cable, that appears to be chained, or it disappears into the deck plating just below you.
Oh.
It looks like it's designed to hook onto the back of this harpoon thing.
Click.
You attach it, and then you fire.
Yeah.
Make a dexterity attack against this creature.
Yes, I whipped up a very quick dexterity-based attack with no.
I was so sure you were going to
Bonies,
say make a
bonuses.
dexterity saving throw. I was so sure.
You fire,
Out of those.
A miss.
and it's a 13. Hang on a moment, because the creature does not have any dexterity saves at the moment, so I might have to adjust that. No, it doesn't miss. It just doesn't puncture. It slaps against the flesh and then falls back onto the ground. Yes.
Everyone else seemed to have inspiration. I don't know when we got this. So.
You have
you
had
never
inspiration
used
for a long time.
mine?
I don't think you've used yours yet. I think everyone else has sort of been using inspiration as they desperately.
Can I use my inspiration?
You
on this?
can. I don't recall you using inspiration. Does anyone else recall? I don't recall you.
Yeah, that's worse.
Yeah, that doesn't.
A lot of that going around today.
Yeah. Thanks.
Now I
Thanks,
remember why we don't use
Gods
inspiration.
of fate. So yes, it bounces against the creature. The advantage of this cable, you realise, is that you can now winch this harpoon back or attach another one. Your choice.
I'm
Winch
trying
it
to get the cable back.
All right, that will take the rest of your action. Thorn, you're watching as this tree is wrapped up in its legs. It's got sort of 3 legs that are busy struggling with these branches and things, and it has no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
There's a 60-foot trunk being it waves around as this thing is busy fighting with it.
Can I touch the tree? Can I want to move out onto the platform.
Yes, easy enough.
And then I want to try and grab hold of one of the branches of the tree or whatever
Absolutely.
it is.
So there's a risk, I will let you know. There is a risk that instead of catching it, it hits you. It's like trying to
As
catch...
long as it connects with my body
Okay.
in some way, that's fine.
Your words, not mine. You can give me to try and touch this thing. You're going to try and... You're trying to grab onto it, right?
Yeah, I'm quite tall. I'm just going to try and...
Well, you just regrow. You've just regrown your limbs. They're probably a little bit shorter.
Stumpy.
That's all right. So you can try and grab this thing. Give me a basic attack against this tree trunk wandering around.
Okay. A basic attack on
Yeah.
the creature or on...
Just roll it into the chat. Just roll a d20 and add your... You grab it. You grab
Nice.
it like an expert. You duck as a large branch swings over. You turn around and you just grab it with ease. What are you going to do now?
I'm going to turn the tree back into my staff.
You grab it. There's this immediate... And you have your staff.
Mm-hmm.
The creature's
Great.
legs flop around as it's now trying to grab something that is no longer there. You doing anything else?
No.
Ixtec, from in the smoke, this furry little face emerges. I think it's broken.
Yeah, so do I.
Should we fix it?
Probably.
Do you know how?
I'm working on it.
Should I be quiet? Hello?
Yes! Yes!
Should I stop putting rocks into the machine?
I told you to do that!
Yes. Should I stop?
Yes! Stop!
Simple yes would have been fine.
Come here.
No.
Come over here.
I can't see you. It's very dark in here.
Come here right now.
Oh, I found a little hole. I've gone down the hole. Oh. Give me a perception check.
Oh my god.
No.
Damn it.
Driven by fear.
You hear him getting softer and softer, and his heavy metal boots getting quieter and quieter as he disappears down whatever hole it is that he has found. Anybody else observing the scene has just seen this little red cap very quietly do the walking loudly and getting softer, softer. Gjermund, you are in this creature's clutches. You're reaching into into your pocket.
I am. I'm going to yell out to Nazaya. Nazaya, tell Mai in this order. Center left.
I'm busy!
Okay, well, Thorn, you do it then. Center left.
What?
Can Mai see me from
Center
the
left?
Not like
Okay.
you.
Okay. Center left lever. Pull it reverse.
Yep. Okay.
Far left lever. Push it forward.
Right. Okay.
Good. I'm going to reach into the pouch that I was reaching into, and I'm going to pull out a soft, wet, like kind of leathery bag. This is the bag that Damnir gave us early on to try and contact him. I think this is an opportunity, and I'm going to open the bag. I still have no idea what's in it, so I'm like prying it open.
Head looks up at you, and it's very dog-like, bone and flesh, but there's definitely some weird octopi tentacles growing out of it. And it looks at you and it says, "What do you want?"
Can you contact Damnir?
Who?
The devil!
Which one?
The sleazy, slimy one. Damn fur, whatever. He cuts deals, slimy, has good taste in wine.
You are not narrowing
Please,
it
by
down.
all means, ponderificate about who I'm talking about. I then show him the spider.
He doesn't seem too fazed by the spider. All right, I will do that, but in exchange, I want some information.
Oh, sure. Do you want my mother's recipe for a lemon slice?
Yeah. Where's the one they call Flick?
Who? You mean that little rodent-like creature from Saltmarsh?
Yeah, I got a score to settle with him.
Look, if you can get me out of this situation, I will settle any score that you have. But for now...
Deal! The pincers drop you as this electrical current just arcs out of the bag and into the claw that's holding onto you.
I'm resistant to electricity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yay!
So you drop down to the front section of the deck of this craft, luckily.
That is all I have actions for. I'll pull myself back up.
X-Tech?
Yes. Is there anything I can do at this point? Like, can I see any other ways of possibly discharging some magic from this engine?
Give me an Arcana check.
Yes, sir.
There are two mega structures at the back of this vehicle. It looks like they're involved in delivering power to these large rotating rods, which are still spewing out black smoke and energy. They do look as if they've got a very large release valve on the front of them, that sort of grid-like structure. Let me just pan there for people to see. So we're right at the back here. We've got these two drum things, and these valves look like they could be turned. Oftentimes, you've seen in dwarf structures and things, valves do release pressure.
Yes. I'm going to rush back there inadvisably and start turning.
Give me a religion check.
Okay.
Religion.
No, that's not great.
Okay. You grab the one. As you grab it, how many hit points do you have left? Oh my god.
Oh.
As your hand is getting close to it, give me a dexterity saving throw.
No.
Oh. Oh no,
no.
Jenny.
Up
Oh,
and down, up and down.
Jenny, through the revolving wall of death to the floor.
You take 3 points of damage,
And I'm down again.
and you're back up again.
Immediately?
As your hand sizzles, life just rolls from you, and you drop to your knees, and then you stand back up again.
Like magic.
Very useful.
Very, very useful deal. Right.
It's very hot, that vent.
Yes, very, very hot. Do I still have an action, or have I
You
used
do.
that now? Okay, I would like to cast message,
Sure.
and I want to cast it to the giant spider monster.
Does it get a saving throw?
No.
Okay.
It's just like I talk in their head.
Sure.
I can cast it through solid objects if I'm familiar with the target and know it's beyond the barrier.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to say, do you want me to kill Damnifer or not? Because if you keep attacking this vehicle, you're going to kill me, and then nothing will be done. So, piss off!
In its deep, demonic voice, we were not aware.
Oh, sorry.
That is
How bad.
what you
Yep.
hear as you shout that at it. But it's demonic, so it doesn't sound nearly as apologetic.
No, it sounds like.
Yes. The vehicle, which is still trying to bury its head in the salt crystals, whilst at the same time it doesn't know what it's doing. It doesn't know what's going on. It definitely tries to pass its strength saving throw, which it does, so it doesn't take further damage. Mademoiselle Rouge,
Yes.
what are you
I-
doing?
Would like to start by rolling something to see if I can deduce what these levers are doing. Would that be Arcana, Insight, or is it literally just pull and hope?
Intelligence?
Arcana.
Arcana.
Yeah. They are
do
levers
something.
that you can push
Yep.
forward or backwards.
Okay. In that case,
You figured out that
I-
the
one in the
of
middle.
them seems to have applied brakes temporarily and then stopped applying brakes after the loud boom. But what's up with that?
Right. So the one that applied brakes was the second to the left.
Correct.
So like left of the center of the
Yes.
four.
Yes.
And I pushed that forwards and
Yes.
the brakes went on.
Yes.
And then the brakes broke.
Yes.
Because I broke the brakes.
Yes.
When I was braking, I broke them.
Yes.
That happened.
The broken brakes braked.
So I know that we are going forwards and the brakes are broke.
Yes.
I'm not doing this on purpose, I
The
promise.
front wheels are not moving.
In that case, I look down at the thing. I grab the one on the far left, which is currently in what position?
Backwards.
Backwards.
Mm-hmm.
I push it forwards to see what happens. Because anything is better than what's happening right now. Any other situation than going into a salt crystal is better.
I just
So
want to check here. In the UK, you do still have stick shift vehicles.
Yeah,
Okay. Just checking. Just checking.
but
With the
May is
brakes
not
still
from
on.
the
No,
UK.
I understand
May
this.
is
No. Completely, I
Correct,
completely love it. I just love it. I just want to make sure that I'm not alone here. So yes, you absolutely throw the vehicle from maximum forward thrust into complete reverse.
Okay. Well, that
We're
happens.
just gonna go.
Yeah, we go. Zip.
Well,
We're probably going to go.
Ixtec, you hear this grinding sound, and you watch as the engines, which are frantically spinning at several 100,000 RPM around, well, not 100,000 RPM, but they're spinning around really fast. Suddenly they lock and try and spin in the opposite direction. As fast as they were spinning in the forward direction. This is not what they're designed to do.
No,
There
it's
is-
not.
But this is a relatively well-made tank for what it is.
Was.
Now, in this case, definitely was. You watch in horror as of the 4, 3 of those large drums just shred themselves as they're trying to spin in every direction that they possibly can. I need you to make a reflex saving throw, please. A dexterity saving throw. Why am I saying reflex? Where did that come from all of a sudden? Dexterity saving throw, if you please.
No, one of these days I'm gonna pass one of these.
Yeah, one of them. Not today.
Not today.
Definitely not today. Ah! Is all that you hear, and you look down, Ix, as this large scrap of metal just punctures straight through your belly and out the back, dealing 8 points of damage. You drop to the ground and then stand back up again with this scrap of metal sticking out of you.
Zombie.
Banjo, unfortunately, is not so lucky. Banjo takes...
No, I wanted to kill him myself.
Well, aren't you lucky? Look at that. Double 1 for the damage. Out of 24 damage, he takes 2. Banjo is more lucky than he has ever been in his life. He is the luckiest he has ever been. As a little splinter of engine rocks past him, he still screams in absolute terror.
So I
from
see
that.
him now.
Yes, briefly. He was standing next to the console all the time.
Yeah, fair enough.
The giant creature, the spider thing, looks down at you, Gjermund. Also looks at you, Nazire's benefit of 8 eyes, or 18 eyes as this thing has. And it looks at you as well, Thorn, because you're there. And the next minute, it seems to try and get itself up, now that there's no longer a tree anywhere near it. And you see it take a step back. And then I need the 3 of you to give me an insight check.
Clearly, it's afraid of me.
Clearly.
Pretty like driving.
Thorn, you have no idea what it's doing. It looks like it's having a fit. Its front legs have bent over and it's sort of half... Its head is buried in the salt and its backside is up in the air. It's just all over the place. It's all over the place.
I use my reaction to fire thorns at it.
Okay.
Oh, it's Spidey thorns. I see. I like it. All right, so you're firing out thorns. It's a reaction?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of a sudden, these hundreds of tiny little, he died.
You make your... Do you get it as an attack?
Is it within 10 feet of me? Because it
Yes.
looks like it is. Or is it moved back?
No, it's within 10 feet of you.
Then it takes 6 damage. It takes 6 poison damage.
I'm on the wrong map. 6 poison damage. I have a sneaky suspicion that I remember reading that it is immune
It's
to
just-
being poisoned. So yes, your barbs snap against it.
Ah.
Let me just double check. Damage immunities poison, condition immunities poisoned. Yeah, so sadly, your thorns stick it, but that's about it. Gjermund, you perhaps are accustomed to the position that this creature has taken up, but it definitely seems to be kowtowing to you. It's definitely bowing low as it can go. Nazaya, you've seen this before as well, usually when people are begging for their lives. Yes, definitely prostrating itself in front of the craft, unmoving. Nazaya, what are you doing? Your ballista is reloaded. Clink, clink.
Defeated by a cantrip.
A cantrip with a cost.
I did pass my insight check.
You did, so you realized...
Nazaya tends to follow orders until she's told otherwise, and the last two she was told to shoot the ballista at the thing. No, I think she's smart enough in this case to realize she shouldn't shoot at the thing, but she's swiveling the ballista around and shooting just the landscape, basically.
All right, you fire at one of the large crystals.
Do I need to make an attack roll for the landscape?
No, you don't. Well, actually, for the target you're aiming for, I think you should. It'll hit something. But maybe it's not going to hit the thing that you wanted to hit. It's like, I'm going to hit that giant column of salt right there.
Oh,
you know what? I'm so going to hit that column of salt.
You hit it on the nose, exactly where you wanted to bury that thing. It buries it. As soon as it collects with that salt crystal, there is a massive glow of energy that runs along that metal cable. And you watch inside Ixtec as all of that glowing energy around the skull is suddenly consumed completely. Not completely, there's still a flickering left. But all of the spinning drives, the one remaining, slowly starts to wind down. And that salt crystal explodes, but at ballistic speeds. It shouldn't it's almost vaporized, such that everyone who's outside gets this sting of salt wash. I need you all to make Constitution saving throws, please. So that's Nazaya, Thorn, and Gjermund.
Sorry. Oh. I'm so not passing that one.
You didn't anticipate that. Gjermund?
Yep, just adding my bonus. Yeah.
Oh no!
Well,
no! I've killed us all.
Someone is making up for not rolling so many in the last session. This session, it's 20s and 1s, baby.
That's it.
Okay, so you two take 15 points of damage each. As I'll add it quickly, so that's 18 wounds in total to you, Nazaya. And Gjermund, have you added it already?
Yep, I've added it.
Way too quick. This stuff just washes over you and burns over you. It's moving at such velocity that it just rips everything to shreds in this almost acidic-like coating of ice, salt. I want to keep saying ice, of salt. Now, where is the scavenger? The scavenger gets to make its save as well. It also fails. It takes 12 points of damage. You see it eating into the side of the vehicle as the stuff washes over everything, kind of coating it in this blast shock white effect.
I did not foresee that.
The engine room
very slowly.
is definitely less noisy. There's less juddering in the control room as you sense as the driver, there's less power behind this entire craft. Thorn, what you doing?
Having so much fun.
I'm going to just quickly step through the door behind me.
Yep, sloughing salt as you do.
Yep, just doing that. And I'm going to poke my head just like here.
Yeah.
And just poke it around the door. So if Maya was looking behind her, all she would see was my head. And say, all Okay, so center left, and then far right. You want to pull that back.
Far right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Gjermund told me to say. I mean, I didn't really understand. But I assume you need that information.
Are we moving backwards right now? Or we stopped moving completely?
No,
How
you've
we stop?
you've stopped moving completely at the moment. There is some shuddering. The front of the vehicle is buried in the salt, but yes, you'll be able to tell what's exactly happening in a little bit as I get to your turn. So yes, are you doing anything else, Thorn?
I'm going to turn into a giant goat, but no.
Stress of the situation.
Damn it, that's your solution to everything.
Just raising goats with you.
When in doubt, go bah.
Oh no!
It's a sensible thing to do. I'm low on health. I'm going to cast Symbiotic Entity on myself, which gives me temporary hit points.
Okay.
3 times my druid level, so 3 times 6, so
7.
18.
Oh no, you're a
No,
barbarian.
6, yeah.
So you get 18, yeah?
yeah. Can I put that in there? Or?
You can go for it. Under temp. If you can't, I will.
Oh, that's fine.
There we go. Oh, it's a lot cooler down here now, boss. I came out of my hole.
Ixting is just standing there, sort of one hand on the wall, and just clutching this massive metal rod that's straight through their stomach. And they're just standing there holding onto it right now.
Oh! Oh! Oh no, that's nasty! Oh, that's you. That must hurt.
Banjo?
That's got to really leave a
Banjo.
mark. That's
Banjo?
oh
Banjo?
ah
Banjo?
oh.
Banjo? Banjo? Banjo?
I can't go lower than that. So yes, hey, what's going on?
Banjo?
Oh
What, Banjo?
ah.
What did I tell you about speaking?
But that was then. Now you've got a great big
Banjo,
ah.
that's fine. Just keep doing that.
And you can I just one little word.
What?
You need a bath.
Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Wait, what was it that you told me to do? I've forgotten. I can't stop looking at that thing.
How about you pull this out of me? just grab a hold of it and pull it
He
out.
wrenches it out.
Oh,
Oh, that was satisfying. Can we do it again? I mean, no, sorry, obviously not. I mean,
if it happens again, I'll let you pull it out.
oh, no, I don't know how I feel about that. That's weird. That's just that.
Mm-hmm. Quiet, Banjo.
There's
Quiet
something
time.
that. Okay. He quietly wraps something up in a piece of cloth and puts it in his pocket. Gjermund?
Well, clearly this creature understands its place.
You'll take me to Flick right now, you will.
You'll get to Flick when I get to Flick. And when I get to Flick, I will exact your revenge. But you still have not produced, Damnifer at all.
You are to be released from this creature's grasp. You were released from the creature's grasp. That deal is
I
done.
also asked for Damnifer.
Yeah, that's a separate deal.
I close the bag and I shake it. I'll stop shaking the bag when you bring me Damnifer.
You're all right, fine. Deal. Stop shaking the
I stop
bag.
shaking the bag. All right.
Do you look in the bag again?
I look at the bag again.
These little tentacles are busy wiping bits of flesh off of the bone. He says you got to get to the edge of the plane. He can't communicate with you until you're at the edge of the plane.
Good enough.
When are we going to get to Flick?
I close the bag and I put it in the.
As you put him away.
All right. You serve me now. We're getting to the edge of the plane. You will follow. I point at the spider.
Can I hear him?
Avernus is big enough for your ego. You can hear him, yes. There is much less chaotic noise and terror from all around you. I will be getting to you shortly, but before I get there, Ixtec.
Yes. Ixtec is still clutching their stomach. They're sort of moving out into here, and then they sort of look up the stairs and they scream, "Keep this thing stopped for now!" And then
Something
the door is over here,
strokes-
so they was gone here.
Something strokes your fingers whilst you're holding your wound.
What?
There are several small, fleshy-like tentacles around the edge of your wound, and you can see that they're all busy they're reaching out to each other to try and hold the wound shut.
Right. I'll deal with that later. And then they're basically just gonna kick open the door and just stagger outside into the salt.
Crunch, crunch, crunch out onto this brittle salt. You've learned how to walk on it there.
And then I just sort of reach up a hand towards the massive spider monster.
Yes, it's on the other side of the craft, but yes.
Oh no! All right, I'm gonna walk around the craft then until I get to a point where I can reach out a
Yes.
hand dramatically towards the spider monster.
Yes, you can now.
Yes, and so just reach out a hand towards it in a sort of come here kind of good boy kind of way.
It lumbers slightly over towards you. Gjermund does not appear to even recognize your existence.
Yes, I basically hold up my hand until it just kind of, I don't know, pushes something into my hand, kind of like the nuzzle of a horse kind of thing.
Oh.
That's the noise you make when 5 tons of mutated demon corpse thing brushes up
It's
against...
a meeting of minds here. They found each other, guy. It's a love story.
It gently caresses you with a large fleshy stump of something.
Right. Good. Thank you. We're doing this now. Well.
You couldn't have done that several miles ago?
No, because I was unconscious, Gjermund.
Should I shoot it?
No. You're fine.
Is
Stop
unconsciousness your
firing.
magic power?
What?
Is being unconscious your magic power? Maybe, perhaps, if we remain you in that state, this will be a piece of cake.
Give me a perception check,
You know,
Gjermund.
I'm starting to see that might be it, yes. It's certainly a large factor of my life so far.
Gjermund chuckles. 9!
You just seeing this large fleshy creature touching Ixtec's hand. It communicates with you, "We are required elsewhere."
Right, good. Well, I'll see you around, I suppose. Just make sure that no other demons do this again, because this was a terrible idea.
We have learned. We will not make the same mistake again.
Thank you. Now off you go. We've got a lot to do here.
May, from inside, you see the steering wheel, you see this large fleshy thing gently nuzzling Ixtec. From where you are, you can give me a perception check with disadvantage as you're looking through that windshield.
But I am wearing
Individual!
glasses.
You know what this reminds me of? This is like when one of the group is trying to hide that they've been bitten by the zombie, and the rest of them, they're just like, "No, I'm fine. What are you talking about?"
You see, under the clothing and the robes of Ixtec, there's something moving around their stomach area. It's only odd because you don't normally see things moving underneath Ixtec's robes and things.
That is dégoûtant. That is disgusting.
Either that or it's the worst case of appendicitis you've ever seen.
Okay, well, Ixtec is clearly possessed by the giant leg dog. Dog leg.
It's possessed by me.
You're the one that's accrued stomach tentacles, so
Yes,
I'm gonna assume that it's possessed you. So I'm
It's
gonna
not attacking anymore.
Yes.
How do I know you're not gonna get on it and ride it into victory?
I'm considering it. I would have, but it's busy elsewhere, apparently. I would have
That's
loved
what Dendo
to.
of eating shit things. Yes, indeed. So I am going to do what Gjermund told me via the instructions of Kaora.
Oh no! I yelled at you to keep this thing
Yes,
stopped.
yes. So, what are you doing? What levers are you pulling?
So I am going to center left reverse, which means towards me, and then I'm going to far right pull back, because that is what I've been told, and Gjermund has told me what it's going to do. So that's great.
All right. So center left.
I'm hanging onto the wheel quite firmly, just to be clear.
Reverse. Okay. There's a clamping sound. The vehicle starts to roll back slightly,
Okay.
and then you switch the far right furthest one.
Far right, pull back.
Pull back. As you pull back, there's this creaking, cranking sound, and the entire dome of this upper level opens out as best as it can. However,
On the sunroof.
you did find the sunroof. There is a wrenching, screeching sound as you realize the back of it is encountering the damaged section of the craft. Sorry, wrong map.
Can I put it back? Do I have time?
It screeches past that point and completely opens out. You trying to flick it
Okay.
back again?
If
Hello,
the
Mike.
minute I see what it's doing and that it's encountering trouble, I will try and flick it back.
All right. You try and flick it forward. Those things now try and close back up until they hit that damaged section. There's some steam, some venting, and then the whole thing just stops.
I'm reminded of one of the final scenes in the Blues Brothers movie when they get out of the car and it's just.
Yes. It's just smoke and gas everywhere. The giant spider creature starts lumbering back towards where everyone thinks Fort Knucklebone might be.
Feel free to visit when you're done.
We are out of initiative. We are out of initiative, so any and all may act freely. Gjermund, what are you doing? Let's start with you.
I'll sort of look in surprise at the dome opening, have a deep sigh. Fine, it's fine. Let's just get out of here. My set a course. I then
No!
moved in. Well, get inside first.
Drummond?
What?
That inside is practically broken. We need to look at it first and make sure that this thing won't fall apart when we start it moving again. Can we have a small break, please?
I have a look behind him. See, obviously, Thorn injured, Nazaya.
Nazaya's fine. Nazaya is reeling back in the harpoon and is going, shoot it, don't shoot it.
Stop
shoot
shooting
this,
it.
do that. Ah,
Cease your chaos, woman.
what chaos?
No.
Looking around, I'm the only one who didn't completely mess up what they were doing. Not
I
completely.
shake my ear full of salt out.
Desire.
Not completely. Look,
Desire.
May. I love May. I love May to pieces. But look what she did.
Desire, you just saved all of our lives by venting a lot of excess magic. That was tearing that thing apart.
Oh, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just trying to do it well, but there was a
You
tree.
did it very well, thank you.
And
Yeah,
who
did everyone
designed
like
this
the tree?
machine so that it needs to vent energy?
Not normally. However, I do have a request. Could you please hold on to Banjo for me for a while I do something?
Who?
The dwarf thing.
Oh, is he still
Could you
alive? I
hold-
thought you'd kill him by now.
No, but I'm planning to. Could you please hold him for me while I do a thing?
Sure.
Thank you.
You'll go
Stop
inside.
limping back inside.
Yep. I'm gonna just tell Banjo to secure the perimeter.
No! I told you to hold him!
Yeah, I'm holding him. I'm holding him in a rotation pattern around the
Oh
bridge.
my god!
Who needs broken telephones?
You are the worst.
Thorn, what are you doing whilst this shouting argument is going on?
I'm gonna walk into the compartment with May,
Yes.
and I'm gonna sort of look at what she's doing.
I believe napping.
Yeah, now that they are no longer being attacked and they've decided to shout at each other, which is not particularly interesting because May has sort of settled down with her back on the steering wheel like this and is sleeping.
Uh-huh.
Nothing's trying to eat us. It's fine.
I'm gonna sit down on the with my back against one of the walls. I'm gonna sort of poke May a little bit, and I'm gonna start sort of growing little berries in my palm. I'm gonna cast Goodberry,
Okay.
creating little berries. I'm gonna be like,
You are literally feeding her grapes as she reclines.
This is nice. Okay, so as he does this, I sort of turn around so my back is against him. And I'm just napping and being fed grapes. This is great. Who knew Avernus could be so much fun?
Yep.
Indeed.
I'm
And
also giving myself a few. I'm just going.
This is fine. We're the chill ones.
Nazaya?
When I'm done reeling back in the
Yes.
harpoon or whatever that is, I secure all of this and then I stomp inside. But being basically trained as a ninja, it's more like a doof, 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 very silent stomping. And then she thinks of something that might have been forgotten otherwise and goes downstairs and tries to find out what happened to the head of the hag, whether that was squished somewhere along the way.
I believe it was secured in a cage by someone.
Yes.
And it is
Yes.
still indeed there. Give me a perception check.
Absolutely. Perception. I should get a quick bar for that too.
As you are looking into the cage, the head is there. It has rolled out of the sack or whatever it was. I don't, it wasn't
My
even in the
coat.
sack. Your coat.
No, it was
that's right.
wrapped in my
It
coat.
was wrapped in your coat. Yeah. Apparently the blood is sort of dried. It's not as effective. But there's enough of a flap that's open that you see the face of Mad Maggie, and as you look at it, the head is lying on its side. Let me just make sure. And you see this.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're still alive.
Don't tell anyone.
Why did you cut off your head? I just wanted to talk.
Are the demons gone yet?
I think yes. For some reason they listen to Ixtec, and I think it's a bad reason.
I don't know who that is.
You know, elf. Hard to tell whether male or female or something.
Doesn't ring a bell, dearie. But listen, the demons are gone. Is Damnifer around?
No. Oh, I shouldn't have told you that, right?
Are you going to Damnifer?
I don't know. I'm not sure if we're going anywhere. You don't happen to know how to repair these things?
Of course I do. I designed them. I should know how to repair them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, many people just have other ones doing the work for them. Like, do you think
I do. I've got
my
my
boss
2 crows.
killed people themselves? No.
No, well, I don't work on them anymore. It's more of a hobby, really, isn't it? But I've got my 2 crows. They're very good boys. They'll fix it right up.
Oh god.
They might have had a fatal accident.
It was bound to happen sooner or later. It was the demons, wasn't it? It was the demons. They did it.
It was a demon, yes. I'd say so.
It's exactly as he said it would happen then. So, I regret nothing.
What? Who? Who said it would happen?
Who do you work for?
I think I still work for an angel, but I'm really not sure at this moment. And everyone here is doing deals left and right. I don't know what's happening.
What do you plan on doing with my head?
I think my cousin made a deal to bring your head to Damnifer.
Oh?
But she only got food for it, so I don't know.
I tell you what, dear. You bring me to Damnifer, and I'll help you repair the ascension.
Is this a deal?
Casts an eye around. Doesn't look like you've taken very good care of it, I'm afraid to say.
No, there was a tree growing out of it a moment ago. I don't know.
What?
Yeah. It seems like this happens. I'm not sure if it's a health thing or a druid thing.
Oh.
Or a hell druid thing.
You have a druid?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, I'd be interested to get their perspective on the botanical inhabitants of this particular plane. Can't say.
What is this? What the?
Anyway.
Yeah.
So, have we got a bargain?
This is not going to be a deal for my soul or something, but just like normal people exchanging things.
I'm not one of them, don't you worry. No, I live here voluntarily. You take me to Damnifer, and I'll help you repair this engine, because it'll probably get us there faster.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
Right.
And I shouldn't tell the other ones that you are alive. Or should I?
Are they likely to try and stop me from getting to Damnifer?
No, they've been tasked with bringing your head to Damnifer. He didn't specify whether it should be talking or not.
I don't have much of a choice in the matter, really, at the moment, so I don't mind if you tell them or not.
Okay,
But I will
fine.
need someone to help me.
Yes,
No
you
hands.
need limbs. I know. I understand. Fine. I pick the head
I
up.
hadn't thought about that. Yes, find me a nice body.
I don't think we have a nice body.
No, very few
might
down
have-
here.
A body.
Anything will
Oh,
do.
you mean mine?
We're working on it.
Oh,
Except
hello,
you arrive inside.
everyone.
Yes. Is Banjo there, or has he?
He's skulking. Oh, no, wait. He was
Skulking.
ordered to go patrol around the outside of the craft.
Yeah, but I was heading towards.
Yeah,
the
you would have passed
doorway.
him.
Yeah, Banjo,
Ah.
come here for a second. Come back inside for a second. I want to talk to you.
But Lizard told me to go on a patrol.
I know. Just in a minute. Just come here for a second.
All right.
Nazaya.
She's been talking to that head.
Yes, so I see. Could you do me
It's
a
Mad
favor
Maggie,
before
that.
we deal with that? Yes. Can you do me a favor before we deal with that?
Depends on the favor and what I get for it. That's.
I
Now
reach
who's
back and
making
I
deals, huh?
close the door.
I'm
Could
just
you just hold Banjo for me for a while, please?
hold him.
Hold him.
Well, I didn't expect this kind of reward, but sure.
Just hold him while I. Please?
Oh, she said, please. I'm sorry, Maggie. Just a moment.
I thought he wraps his arms around you.
Right, I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch on Banjo.
Okay.
Which means that the touch of my shadow wreathed hands.
Wait, this is not how we usually do it, but I'll take it
Nope.
anyway.
I will siphon life force from him to heal my wounds. I make a melee spell attack, which I'm guessing
Yes,
I
auto
succeed
hit.
because he's being held.
Yes.
3d6 necrotic damage, and I regain hit points equal to half the amount of necrotic damage dealt. Until the spell ends, I can make the attack again on each of my turns as an action. So I'm just going to keep draining the life out of him until he's dead.
Okay, roll 3d6. 5.
What are you doing? It makes me feel all tingly in the inside.
What are you doing, Ixtec?
I'm healing myself.
She's draining the life out of the little imp.
Gjermund will go and pick up the head of the witch and sort of, so it's not on the floor.
All right, so you've gone down.
Yes. If you're getting any kind of moral qualms about doing this, I'll pay you for it if you want. To keep holding him until he's dead.
I stopped taking money for killing.
Right.
Or at least I want to stop.
Right, fine. Just please hold him, or I'm going to die again.
You drain him some more, another 3d6.
You know what? I hit him with the stunning strike and just drop him.
All right, that's fine.
You go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you.
You drain him some more. It's all going grey and dark. Is that you, Mummy?
So that's the first one is half, so that's 2 hit points that I heal for the first one, right?
Correct.
And then 4 for the second one. Yeah.
Gjermund, what are you doing while this little creature's being drained? He's slowly turning grey.
I'm just gonna wait.
Okay. Upstairs.
You're fine with this?
Oh, yes, no, this creature belonged to Ixtec. If that's what she needs him for, then that's what he's for.
How did he belong to Ixtec?
I believe I gave it to him,
And how
Ixtec
did
for-
you own him?
It was the arrangement to spare his life.
Yeah, worked out well
felt-
for him.
Yes.
Alas, if he was more useful, then... Hey, I
his own
said I'd
fault,
give him a
really.
chance at life. It's better than him being dead. I mean, through that, he got a good hour of life. Which, to be honest, is much, much, much longer than I thought Ixtec was going to tolerate him.
It's true.
I'm not sure I like you.
I'm a simple person. I can't save everyone. Although this is unusual. Nice job chopping off the head.
She did it herself. I told you. You didn't listen.
Oh. I thought that was a code.
For what?
I took care of it. She cut off her own head. I'm on the path to redemption. Look,
That is not code. I was really trying to change my life. Unlike all the rest of you wretches.
Look, I've been burnt by this idea of redemption before, and I have no intention to be toyed by the likes of the Celestials any further. Anything I can do to ensure my revenge is taken care of will lead down any path, even ones, and pointing at Banjo, even ones as distasteful as this.
Yeah, you won't believe me anyway, so you're not going to listen to anything I say. Why do I even bother? Ah!
I sort of, genuinely caringly, even though I don't understand what she's trying to achieve, I'll sort of lend a gentle hand. We all have our paths. They may not be the same, but it's important to acknowledge that everyone is on their own journey. While we may not share the same road, I do respect your road that you take. I hope you find what you're looking for.
That is nice and creepy.
Thanks.
I thought it was generally touching.
Shh. No, sorry, that wasn't him. That was her. Never mind.
Vocal cords, there's no lungs. Never mind. It's fine.
And so the murder of young Banjo Fluffscale continues unabated as you drain more from him. Roll another 5d. Oh, roll your drain.
Actually, I just realized since it's 4th level now, it's 46.
Nice. Oh,
Another 5.
my path is laid before me.
Oh, Jesus.
Shh. 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 Shh.
I am alone.
Don't ruin this. Banjo, don't ruin this.
Is that you, Silas? And you, Muggle?
Shut up. Please be quiet.
Roll again.
Consolation. The problem I have with this is how long it's taking.
Yes.
And
Oh,
so
number
my
7?
journey comes to an end.
At that moment, Desire turns around. I've changed my. Oh.
And 10 temporary hit points because I murdered someone. Yay. I'm back in business.
There we go. There we
Evil
go.
prevails when half-orc orc tieflings don't act.
You know,
I feel much better.
Gjermund, I've learned something. If I make moral decisions, I may need to make them quicker.
I will in future attempt to aid you in that. I
don't believe you.
Look, I'm in no way
So-
inclined to do what's evil or good. I'm here to do what's necessary. And as he says that, I'm going to take my sword and chop off the head of Banjo.
Whoosh.
And I'm going to stick.
Very little blood. It's a husk.
And I'm going to stick my Maggie's head onto the neck of Banjo.
There is a brief flare of energy, and then this little short body lifts up.
Yeoman tries so hard not to laugh.
This is not what I had in mind, darling, when I was saying it put me in a nice body. But it'll do.
This is the only one we had, I'm afraid.
It's very strange wearing Banjo's little body. He was quite fond of various little bits and pieces. It does feel very strange in here, though. It'll take me a bit of time. All right, let's go see what you've done to my engine. Just to be sure and clear that we're all on the same page, that you are going to take me to Damnifer.
Yep.
Yes, that's the plan. Right.
Correct? Yes?
Of course, I know.
As much as I appreciate the value of your word, I'll be watching you, she says as she
Wait.
starts. What's
Do you
up
want
with my
to go
voice?
to Damnifer?
Ow. Oh, no. I'm speaking in the language of the Redcaps. Yeah. Hate it.
Wait, do you want to go to Damnifer?
Yes, that was the deal that,
What?
Yes. I mean, that's where I want to go.
Deal you made with who?
Let's see what you've done with my engine. We might not be going anywhere.
No, we might not.
These big boots sort of clobber forward, like she's trying to figure
It's
out how
bad
to...
back there.
Do you think Mai and Thorn are alright?
Yes.
Perhaps, Nazar, you should check on them. I think for the time being, while we're under repairs, a good long rest is in order.
Oh.
But I'm sure
one
Maya's
thing-
already well and truly ahead of us on that.
One thing first that I'd like to bring up, please, as a group.
Half the group is missing.
Yes, let's go up there and speak to them while she, I don't know,
There's a
has a conniption.
bacchanalian...
Let's just go upstairs.
You all find
Desire heads up first.
my
Right.
in a
Nox.
Goodberry-induced coma.
Yeah. Knocks and asks, "Are you decent?"
She's covered in goodberry jam.
You're muted, Janet.
Oh, I beg your pardon. So as all of this life sucking has been going on, Thorn and I have been having a great conversation. I'm at the end of the wine. It's high in nitrates. It's very good for a growing plant.
Yeah.
So, we've been hanging out. I've been like, what is it like being a big burning tree thing? Is it fun?
Yeah, it's great. Just wandering around, talking to plants. Yeah, it's don't get me wrong, it's been great. down here in hell. You know, it's been fun. You know, hanging out with you guys. You know, I think it's been generally a nice time. You know, I'd be glad to see the sun and some, you know, clouds and things again. But I don't know. You know, it's where I want to be. So yeah, it's been good. It's been good. You know, how about you? You know, what's how you felt?
Pardon?
How have you felt? You know, down here in hell's gone. You know, for you.
I do not like this place, and I want to go. But yes, I think yes, that is it. If I could bring this thing with me, she sort of gestures to the now completely defunct war machine. I would do that. I like it. It is fun. But that is it. Would you like some more wine?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I love it.
Very good for the berry production, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here, have another one. Good. Yeah. Blackberry.
You know, I like you. I think we can be friends. I think we can be des bons amis, good friends.
Yeah.
You know, you make the berries, I will make the wine. It will be lovely. And who knows, maybe sometime we get back to a place where the plants, they are less rude. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that'd be nice. Yeah.
I would like that. Nazaya, she must come too, of course.
Oh, sure. The green one?
Oh, oui. The green one. She's my cousin. But, you know, there is something wrong with the angry elf. And I don't mean the normal thing that is wrong with her, with the bang bang and the rah rah. No, there is some kind of situation going on.
What?
I don't know. I do not know. Je ne sais pas. Je ne sais quoi. But oui.
I mean, she's always been. Oh, they've all been crazy. You know, I don't really know, but it's a complicated subject.
Can we expect just wrench open the door at this point?
Nazaya was first through the door.
Hey, we were just talking about you.
Yeah, Nazaya, you walk in on May.
Are you decent?
Of course, I am always decent.
Are you dressed?
That is a different question. Yes, I am.
Oh, fine.
Look, I just need a moment of everyone's attention. Because I may or may not have struck a temporary deal with the Abyss.
What?
With what?
Yes. The Abyss.
What?
The demons.
What?
That's why I
Giant
politely
spidery
asked her to
tentacle
leave.
thing that just attacked us.
Yes, I politely asked her to leave, and that's why it did.
Oh, good. And why did it have to break the toy first?
Because it didn't know that I was in the vehicle, and once I let it know, it apologized and left.
Oh, good. It apologized, but
Yes.
that's just.
Well, we won't have any more troubles with the demons. And I'm pretty sure that if I hadn't asked it to leave, then we would be in a lot worse position now than we were before, considering someone at the helm broke most of the engine, and we're not going anywhere, and we would have been dead in the salt and at that thing's mercy.
Hey.
Gentlemen,
Are we alive?
Yes, we are. No, you've been a very good pilot, and I apologize for that outburst. I'm just a little frazzled right now.
Hey, Iztek, would you like a berry?
Yes, please.
Would you
Here.
like some wine? We have
Thank
wine.
Nazaya?
Nazaya kicks the wall as hard as she can. It probably goes boom. And then just screams in frustration for a very long moment. She's got strong lungs.
Gjermund will sort of step between and say, now, come. We've spent enough time on the run. We're injured, we're tired, we're frazzled. What we need to do is take time to take stock. We've succeeded in our mission, and we've retrieved the witch's head. We've also
Nazaya-
I have two items that I'd like to bring up.
I have one item! One item!
Yes.
You said no devil deals, and you
That
just...
was not technically a devil.
Yeah, I understand. I'm not stupid. I'm just saying, you said no devil deals, just so you could turn around and make a deal with all the demons. Why is everyone doing deals around here? Are you stupid?
Look, I've already done quite a few deals in my life. I told you people not to make deals because I know what they entail. Now I'm going to make more deals because that's how I've stayed alive. Now can I please handle my own life?
You're not handling your own life. You're handling all of our lives. And
How? I made a deal.
yeah, and you think that's not going to backfire on all of us?
Yes, I don't think that's going to backfire on all of you.
Look,
However-
look, I think we can go around in circles all day about
Yes,
this.
no, can I-
Ixtec, what you
Yes.
need to acknowledge is the fact that the deals that you make impact everyone, whether you intend it or not. And I will say this, I have trust in every single person here. Thorn, Naziah, and you have done well. We have achieved something
Yes.
nearly insurmountable in such a short period of time, and I can honestly say I'm proud of how everyone has handled it.
Okay, good.
But I will
I
tell
just-
you, before you go into your thing, I will tell you this one simple truth. And Naziah, I wish for you to hear me as well.
I hear you.
I am going to support our teamwork and our ability to function here. But as soon as anyone threatens any other member of this group, they will answer to me one way or another.
I have not threatened
That's fair.
anyone. I
that's
just
fair.
made my anger apparent because obviously when I stay silent, people don't notice when I'm angry.
No, I acknowledge your anger. Now can I please bring up my item?
Do I need to
Yeoman
hear it?
gestures.
The deal that I made saved my life and probably will again. However, the deal is that I murdered Damnifer. Now, before you get upset, I'm not quite sure I intend to follow through with it because
I don't care about Damnifer.
no, you people seem to have some idea that he's going to help you out of here, which he might.
No.
So I'm not going to jeopardize that. I made the deal to survive in the moment. And if I don't want me to kill Damnifer, I'm going to have to find some other way to deal with this.
Mademoiselle Rouge.
You can kill him, but maybe after he does me a favor.
Yes, of course. Of course. Look, if he can do whatever favors you do and then I kill him, that's fine. I won't jeopardize what you people are doing here because I recognize that you're trying to get out. And I'm not going to mess you up.
But
Yes, of
come on,
course,
you don't
others-
want to leave?
I'm sorry?
You don't want to leave?
It's not a question of want to leave, it's just a question of I'm slowly starting to realize that I kind of prefer it down here.
Quoi? What is wrong with you?
You have not met my family.
So
you-
whatever your
It
reasons,
would be difficult to understand.
Whatever your reasons, Ixtec, are
Yes.
your own. And
Yes.
I appreciate this, and I also appreciate Naziah's outrage and anger. But I will say this, because it's simple sense. If word gets out, Ixtec, that you have been making deals with the intention of never following through, if that gets
Yes.
out, you will have far, far greater problems than any deal you avoid. This is a truth of Avernus, and a truth of all hells. Be wary.
Do you really think that the devils here care if I break a deal with a demon?
I look Ixtec square in the eye with these golden lizard eyes. Yes. Yes, they do.
Yes, you might have a point.
Thorn, you
But-
tried to close the door. You realize that everyone's in this chamber with you.
Door closes
Oh, I
behind.
thought they were standing in the corridor. And they
No,
were...
they're all in the room with you.
Damn.
But nonetheless,
Notice, I'm sure.
enough of that. Let us get
We'll
this rest underway. Mad Maggie is tending to the vessel, and we will hopefully soon be on our way. Once we find Damnifer and return with the head, at the very least, we'll get to see what became of those angels that brought us here in the first place.
Oh yes, at least one of them is dead. The one Haraman
What?
is dead.
Is the hot one?
Hey, what?
Yes, he's dead. He was absorbed into the abyss.
How do
He's
you-
been
oh.
murdered
Oh.
What? How do you know?
because
What
it
is
told
that?
me.
And you think it spoke the truth?
Yes.
Damn
Because
it.
demons are very truthful.
Huh.
No,
And-
but I it was trying to threaten me at the time. I think its intentions was truthful enough.
Thorn, I don't mean to assume things, but is there any way you can somehow make those rather ramshackled beds just tad more comfortable in any way?
Yeah, I could do that.
You
How
can.
about we go and tend to that? See if we can get a good night's rest.
Yes, you go. You make a lot of noise. Go on.
My
You didn't want
I
to
am
sleep in a
doing what you're
bed?
I pick Maya up as she's sleeping and carry her down.
I'll follow Thorn.
All right. Everybody give me wisdom saving throws, please, as you try and get recovery in this terrible place.
Are we having a short rest or a long rest?
I think a long rest.
We're sleeping. We're having a long rest.
Yeah, I would imagine it's long rest. Exec's fine.
Yes!
Mademoiselle Gjermund is beautifully fine with a natural 20.
Oh no!
Mademoiselle
Yes!
Larouche.
Yay!
Aren't you lucky you
wine.
made a deal with a devil, huh? However, Nazaya, you are not recovered.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I give her wine.
It tastes of ash.
Well, it's nice.
So when I was tasting the wine, what did it taste of?
Ash.
Nitrates. But you like
You
that.
were eating your good
ash is,
berries.
ash is like potter.
No, I was drinking some of the wine as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, the good berries are fine. The wine was just nasty. It was, yeah.
I couldn't tell.
No, not really. I mean, you're a plant, let's be honest.
Iron nitrates.
Absolutely
All you
honest.
need.
Yes, so everybody is recovered except for poor Nazaya, who suffers greatly. I will give you all a long rest nonetheless, but we will just remember you have one level of fatigue, Nazaya. All right.
That's a disadvantage on basically
skill
everything.
checks.
Skill checks. Okay.
It takes 8 hours for you to slumber in this place. There is very little in this desolate wasteland that will pose any kind of threat to you by virtue of the fact that you have friends, both in the demonic forces and in the forces that normally prey upon those who might sleep in the salt plains. When you wake, there is a very irate, if very short, Maggie. Right. Well, I've got it as far as I can take it on my own. That's God's advice. I need help in order for us to get this thing moving again. All I can tell you, I'm damned impressed by whoever it was that was driving this thing. I have never seen someone wreck a vehicle as much whilst keeping it together. This wheel should have flown off months ago, but it's fixed in place now. So, we're going to get to do some work now, she says as she stomps off, her accent getting heavier as her body integrates more with her head. We're going into a skill challenge as you folks now attempt to contribute in some way, shape or form to get this craft moving, unless you want to stay here for the next 3 weeks.
No.
So, the very first skill check that I require from someone is an insight check to interpret exactly what it is that Mad Maggie wants you to do when she
I can do
says,
that.
bang the thingamajig with the whatchamacallit.
I'll do that.
All right. That is a success. You need 4 successes before 3 failures. That is a success. Next up, a very large cog has dismantled itself from the primary couplings of the engine and requires a strength check from 2 of you that is greater than 25 combined.
I'll yeah.
Thorn and Gjermund, give me your rolls. Get above 25.
Nice.
33. Together you lift, move, and haul this thing into place. Second success, no failures yet. That means from either Nazaya or from Mai, I need a perception check. You are sent into the bowels of the engine to look for a blockage.
Is it sight-based?
It is.
I let Mai do it while I'm doing my moving meditation
You
thing.
do
Calisthenics.
Okay.
You will have to drag May out of bed where she's been drinking wine.
I'm very calmly meditating myself over to your bed and then take off the sheets.
No. Okay.
You wake up my boop on the nose.
You know what? You
I
said,
am
"Bob, I love you," and I just sort of pat her very slightly on the face. Fine. D'accord.
We need your eyes.
You guys
And I feel
That sounds
terrible.
creepy, but fine.
crawling through
First,
these horrid tubes.
I have advantage on perception checks with Sam.
Nice.
That's why you picked me.
Yes.
Ooh,
That's
lucky.
good, because one of those was a
One of
one.
those was a one. That's your third success. You find a large piece of metal that has quite clearly bisected this tube and is causing a massive blockage. It doesn't take you too long to work it free, meaning from Nazaya, we need an Arcana check.
Yeah.
As Mad Maggie says, you watch that gauge. When it gets to that point, you do this and then you open up that rune, right?
Can I cast guidance on her for this?
Yes, you could.
Yes. You get an extra d4.
Okay. How do I do that? I'm just going to roll with disadvantage. That's a natural one.
Natural
Oh,
one.
wow.
Plus a d4.
Plus a d4. Yeah, that's it. That's not gonna
Okay,
help.
that's it is only the first failure. Large gouts of black smoke and sparks erupt from the engine. Shut it off! Shut it off! Shut it! Stop! Oh, alright, no. Clearly what's wrong is we've got a divinal.
We got what?
A divinal. One of the divines is out of alignment. It's going to have to be changed.
Nazaya looks helplessly at Ixtec. What?
And where do we get that?
Oh, no, that's just underneath the craft. You'll, above the craft, in the floor above, you'll find that there's a small arcanum room that's got a little wee shrine in it. We just need to rearrange the divinals, making sure that the flow is right. This requires from any one of you a religion check to figure out what the hell she's talking about.
Is this infernal feng shui?
Oh,
Wow!
Nice.
oh! Thank you.
That's
I'll be
it.
here all week.
Gina won.
You realise a divinal is Mad Maggie's speak for a divine device.
Mm-hmm.
And the shrine she's talking about is on the second level. There's a rather large circular rune inscription, but next to it is a little shrine. And you can see that several of the god statues have been knocked over. And as you write them and put them in the correct standing within the hierarchy of the heavens, once they're aligned, there's a little vague humming. And there's a purring from the engine down below. That's it! You got it!
Good girl. Of course I got it.
It has taken you the better part of 2 days to complete the repairs to this vehicle. Any one of you can roll in terms of restoring hit points, because they were automatically restored when there was a long rest that was given. Any one of you can roll 7d10 to restore hit points. 7d10. Anyone? Lots of clicking going on. There's the first drop. 34. 34 is the first one I'll take, sadly. So that minus 34 is 2, and as that puts it on this much. She's definitely looking better. Her wheels are aligned. Things are... Wow. Everybody's rolling better than you, Gjermund. What a pity. And so it comes to pass that the vehicle is finally ready. Nazaya, you can give me another wisdom saving throw, as it has been more than 1 day.
Mm-hmm.
Can I assist her?
Sadly not.
Oh, that's better.
Ooh, that's nice. That's good.
Perhaps it's hitting metal pipes realigning oil tanks. I'm not sure. But
The hitting part.
it's the hitting part.
The hitting part.
It is ready to rumble. So are we going to get going or what?
Indeed.
Yes.
Wake up, Mai. Put her on the wheel.
I have an idea.
Yes.
We should build her a nest up there. Then we don't have to drag her upstairs every time.
No, that's fine.
Very well.
There is the matter of fuel, though. We are rather low on that.
Well, what type of fuel does it require?
Magic. What do you say, Maggie? Do you think we can make it at least to the edge of the Salt Plains?
You're using the backup fuel.
Yes, because we were unable to locate any main fuel.
Soul coins are tricky. They're really tricky to find. I agree. That's why they're a commodity.
Yes.
How much you got? She sort of looks over at the pile. You've got about 3/4 of it left. Should be enough to get us to the edge of the salt plain. Can't guarantee much further than that.
No. I think once we get there, well, we'll deal with that when we get there. As with Damnifer and these little friends that I have
So we're
now.
good. Excellent. Ixtec, you and Maggie stay in the engine room. Nazai, you and I are going to just stay on the ballistas along the west and east side of the vessel, or the starboard and port side. Thorn and Mai, can you man the wheel? Just make sure that Mai is comfortable, doesn't fall asleep.
No guarantees, but sure.
Thank you. And set a course for the edge of the bleak forest, the bleak desert. Bleak
I would
whatever.
rather woman the wheel, if it's
Very
possible.
well. Woman the wheel. Woman the wheel.
No,
Tiefling the wheel.
Tiefling the wheel.
your thing.
Hef the wheel.
Tiefling.
With Mai at the wheel, I'm assuming there's an exchange of information. Pushing that forward goes, does this. Pulling that back does this. Is this crash course shared with everybody?
I will crash course it and teach it to anyone who wishes to listen.
Yeah.
Insisting Mai listen. Mai.
Does anyone not want to attend the crash course in driving? Nazaya does not want to attend the crash course in driving. All right?
No.
I don't like that you're calling it a crash course. I really don't.
Thorn will go to the meeting, but he will not pay attention.
Yeah.
That's fine. You stay with me. I like you.
And so it is that you start rumbling forward. In the engine room, Mad Maggie is explaining, you probably only need one of these per... I would say about every minute and a half. I noticed you overloaded it before. That would have been a mistake.
Yes, I didn't overload it. Banjo overloaded it. Because I wasn't watching him closely enough.
Well, he wasn't trained either. They were just security
No.
of the property.
No, I'm sure. No, that was a mistake of mine, I admit.
And mine too.
How so?
I hired them for security. They clearly failed.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I don't think they would have anticipated the way we came in.
I'm sad about Mickey though. Great
Oh,
creation.
really?
Anyway.
Did you make him as well?
No. He was a gift.
From?
Certain individuals who gained slight influence over the territories that make up the Bleakport.
But isn't this your territories generally? And you dole it out in return for favors and gifts.
If it's one thing that you learn when you're dealing with Avernus, what is yours is not for long. And you have to learn how to ride the currents of favours and deals without ever making any with either of the two forces that try and strike control of this territory.
So why do you want to go back to Damnifer? I'm trying to understand your reasoning here.
The demons offer abyssal salvation. You become one with the void of oblivion.
Yes.
It might be tempting for some. But quite frankly, the idea of losing myself into this great big giant collective of nothing is not as appealing as ruling and running my own little space, tinkering with my wee little toys and figuring out how to make things more interesting.
No, I quite agree.
Damnifer offers me an alternative.
Really?
Yeah,
You struck a deal with Damnifer
I did.
when the demon horde was at your gate.
I did. Well, before, as a matter of fact. He predicted that they'd be arriving.
Yeah.
Quite accurately, too.
So why did he send us, or those two, to kill you? Or bring me your head?
You'll have to ask him that question. I'm not inside the head of a devil.
I suppose he knew that it wouldn't necessarily kill you to remove your head, and he was attempting to pull you out of there. Maybe this was a rescue operation all along.
Like you said, I gave up trying to understand devils and demons a long time ago. All I know
So if
is
he
he
was-
promised me salvation during this particular war.
Well, that's good. So if you were to suddenly die, for whatever reason, would that leave you out in the dust, so to speak? Or would you be fine?
I would like a different body. This one is very small in all
No,
ways.
I understand. That's more information than I wanted. But yes. Well, maybe we can find you one. Maybe once Damnifer is dead, there will be a spare one floating around.
You offering me Damnifer's body?
I'm saying it's a possibility. I'm not offering anything. I'm more of a let's deal with that problem when we get to it kind of person. So right now we're handing in your head, and after that we'll see what happens.
Interesting. Outside, on the ballista, there are many things happening and nothing happening. What are you doing, Gjermund and Messiah? What's going on?
Well,
We're telling a story.
May keeps falling asleep.
Yeah,
and
I
then
gathered that
suddenly
much, yes.
It lurches back and forth, and then Gjermund went inside and knocked and berated her and told her to stay awake, and he berated Thorn and told him his job was to keep her awake, and then we went back, and then Isaiah asked, is everything all right? And he said, yeah, don't worry. Oh, did May fall asleep? Yes, she did. It happens. I mean,
And now
that
you're
was
all caught
obvious.
And then Thorn kept poking her to wake her up when
Yes.
she nodded off.
Notice.
It doesn't help that I've been drinking wine at the wheel and nobody.
True.
Wait, so all of this happened, there's no chat notes, because I was looking at chat notes. Nothing like that happened. This was all just
No.
interpretive mime.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what's been happening here.
I love this group. Can I just say? I love this group.
Yes, I have now learnt the level at which I cannot advance, and that is dealing with tricky negotiations with a tricksy player and interpreting mime at the same time. I have reached my
Tricksy
limit.
player?
I know now
thank
what's
you,
going
Guy.
on. Oh yes.
Flattered, very flattered.
You know, Guy, we're just thinking. Someone is going when people watch this, as they are doing basically now. We're
Yes.
recording it, but I'm
They're from
talking
the
to you.
future.
Then they're going to watch the two of you because you're going to do the action, but we don't want to be just like the wax figure cabinet in
I
the
love it.
background. So, well,
I
we're doing
love
Muppety things.
We've got our
I
own
love
Something
story
to
now.
watch while they listen to us babble on,
I
you know?
think it's
Yeah.
absolutely divine. So whilst all of that's going on, the machine is strong enough to just roll over any of the salt crystals, and you are now out in the giant salt plain itself. So there's very little, even though the craft sort of swerves, and you can look back and watch these snake-like descriptions of the large tracks in the shattered salt behind you. It takes quite a long time before eventually you get to a point where the ice crystals start to bleed red with the earth and iron heavy stone and all those horrific chains on the rocks start to rear their ugly heads. Occasionally they try and snap at the wheels, but this thing is so heavy it just thunders past and rips the chains out of the rocks themselves, killing them instantly. You are maybe 100 yards across the surface of the edge, I suppose, the great barrier between the salt plain and this territory that you find yourselves in, when suddenly a figure appears standing almost directly in front of the path of this massive infernal war machine, dressed to the nines, sipping from a bottle of wine. He casually looks up at you as you are bearing down upon him. Mai, what are you doing?
I salute. And then
accelerate.
Run him over.
Right. Oh no! I need something from him first.
Yes.
Indeed.
No, I know. But it would be really funny.
Having learned now how to control this vehicle, you realize that you slowly pull the lever, or you push the lever forward to decelerate, and then you apply the brakes very gently. And this whole thing comes to a rumbling stop. From the ballista, you guys have seen groups of demons on the salt plains every now and again. Nothing close at all. And as you got into the red territories, less and less demons, and suddenly a winged battalion flying way overhead, looking like they belong to the devil forces, but no one paying you much never mind at all. And then, of course, you see Damnifer standing in the middle of the path that this vehicle is about to take, quietly drinking from wine bottle.
Gjermund, can I
yeah.
ask you a brief favor? When you do, could you ask him a brief favor and have him clean this jacket for me? I'm sure he'll do it.
I'll reach up and take the jacket.
Thank you. I just
I'll
really
look at
like something to cover my torso area right about now.
I look at it for a moment.
Tentacles.
I'll actually hand it back to Ixtech.
What?
I'm not your bloody dry cleaner. And I kick the door open and I disembark.
May, would you please?
Would I what?
Would you please ask that man to clean this thing up for me? Because nothing short of a divine or infernal miracle is going to clean this thing.
I'm not touching that. It's disgusting.
Fine, never mind.
Sorry, it's just
The wrong two
No.
people.
No, I understand.
Who alights from the vehicle to go and talk with Damnifer? I see that Nazir is pointing the ballista.
Just for a moment, but then she sighs and walks downstairs.
All right.
She needs to keep an eye on what May is doing.
Oh, yes. May, what are you doing?
well, now I have skillfully pulled the vehicle to a halt.
You have.
Very proud of myself. I alight the vehicle and walk towards Damnifer.
Everybody joining, basically. Thorn?
No,
Ixtec,
Yeah, I
no.
just-
Okay.
I'm gonna head up into the driver's seat and
Alright.
sit there and look down at the proceedings.
Thorn?
That's my chair.
You know,
Oh,
just ready
Maggie?
to start burning rubber
That's-
if necessary.
Maggie?
She steps out.
Oh.
Thorn?
I'm going to walk outside, look where Demphir is,
Yeah. Casually
Walk-
strolling towards everybody.
walk to the side a bit, away from everybody,
Okay.
plant my staff into the ground, and create a tree.
Ah!
This time I'm going to create, because I'm spending a little bit more time thinking about it, I'm going to spend some time making sure that it grows into a very beautiful oak tree. The roots kind of spread out, and it's very odd against the backdrop of hell to see a beautiful sort of pristine oak tree suddenly sprout out of
Well,
nowhere.
that's dramatic.
And then I'm just going to sit under it and just close my eyes.
Rip Van Twig wanted his own tree to sleep under. Well, you have managed to make it out of demon-controlled territory. I do hope that you've come to honor your deal. I got your little message.
Good. And yes, we have come to honor our deal. May I present one head of Mad Maggie? And for free, we've thrown in the body of a small red cap.
Yes, look, it works by itself. Très bien, hein?
I have to say, Well, Maggie, I don't think I've ever seen you so charming before, he says as he bows low, takes her oil-covered hand and tries to give her a kiss. Oh, don't you try your sweet little words on me. We've got a deal now, you remember? Why, what a delightful tone your voice has suddenly taken on. How wonderful. How did you do it? No, wait, don't tell me. Let me guess. Let's see. The angry one knocked you unconscious. Yes? Yeah? Am I close? Slightly close? No?
No.
Come on, what kind of relationship would it be if there was no mystery left?
Oh, I like that. Oh, yes. Oh, that is wonderful. Now, I hope that you've noticed that food has been plentiful and the effects of this area no longer affect the two of you.
Oui, it is
Indeed.
as you said.
In other words, my end of the deal has been upheld.
Oui, the part that you promised, that was the first part, has been upheld. Très bien. There is also the little matter of the favor.
Yes. It has been difficult, I must admit. But there is no longer an attack on your precious little cathedral on the side of the volcano. It was stopped, and so I have fulfilled my part of the bargain. And you have fulfilled yours. You have brought me the head of Maggie. This is delightful. Unusual, yes, but fantastic. I do wonder if you'd be willing to make another deal now that this one is done.
No.
We hear
How
from
much will it cost?
I don't
And for
know.
what?
What is it that you desire?
Well, if you would let me finish, then I would tell you.
He takes his
How much
hand
would it-
away from his lips, and you see that he doesn't even have a mouth anymore.
I like it. It's so cool. How much will it cost for, say, 3 of us to go up to the surface? Or 2, or 1. Let's say I want my options à la carte.
His mouth is back. You want to leave Avernus? 3 of you.
Or 4, or 5, or 1. As I say, what are my options?
Well, this is surprising.
Is it?
I like surprises. In order for
I
the
don't.
5 of you to return to the prime material plane as you are,
Oui.
there is somebody that I need you to meet and kill.
Always with the killing. Okay. Who I say?
Unfortunately, it is the way of life here in Avernus, although Mad Maggie is not dead. You did just have to bring me her head. Unfortunately, this other individual you will need to slay, and to get to him will be interesting nonetheless. But I think, and you'll pardon the pun, I think you've just brought the vehicle of your own delivery. You have a
I don't know which
question.
fingers that is.
You're pointing at the large war machine? Precisely.
And who, pray tell, happens to be this individual you wish so thoroughly smited?
There is someone who's in charge of Avernus. Someone rather important. The Archdemon Bell. But don't worry. I don't want you to kill Bell. That would be foolish. And almost impossible. No, the individuals that you arrived with.
Ah oui.
Yes. Zariel's forces have been quite resilient, quite good at surviving. There is an opportunity here for the 5 of you to be returned to the prime material plane as you currently are. All you need to do is to take out her last remaining lieutenant.
Let me guess. Armand.
He's not on the radar anymore. Unfortunately, I should say.
Gjermund interrupts at this point. I will do this, but on one condition. You give me a weapon powerful enough to not just cast these creatures back to heaven, but to ensure that once ended, they are ended for good. Both here and on the material plane.
Let me get your definition of ended.
Oblivion. To be gone. To be bereft of existence.
Which
to
individual
be once was
specifically?
and to never more be.
Which
That
individual
escalated quickly.
specifically?
You want to destroy an angel?
Gjermund looks at Nazaya. There's almost like a trembling, like his fists are sort of clenched, and there's this sort of strain against the metal of his gauntlet. He doesn't answer, but he gives a very determined look.
What if I were to promise you that there would be no more angel?
No, it is my hand that needs to slay it.
What? Me?
What is wrong with this guy?
Where's this coming from now?
I have no idea. This man is crazy.
We'll be back next week to find out how crazy he actually is.
So crazy!
Because we have run out of time as usual. I am having so much fun. This is interesting.
I can see that.
Oh, this is so interesting.
You're just watching us dig deep and
Dig us
deeper.
out.
I don't even know which direction you're digging. If digging at all.
Guy was having some face journeys in this episode.
They
They were great.
Definitely need to clip some of those.
Oh dear. Anyway,
yeah.
massive thank you to our sponsors, worldanvil.com, the ultimate world aggregator, maps from Dungeon Fog. We love our Dungeon Fog maps, and Fantasy Grounds, the virtual tabletop of choice. This week, throwing out those wonderful 20s and 1s in all different directions. And, of course, to my amazing players, I thank you for keeping me on my toes in this week's episode, without a doubt. And, yes, to all of you for watching, I really do appreciate it. Next week, half past 11 and Pacific time is when we do Behind the Screens, and we will be back with Afterlife next week. This week, however, there is no Afterlife, so from all of us to all of you, thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.